So here are the stuff you will need for making your own glow-in-the-dark mason jars. Here I have a mason jar, of course, with a metal lid. You can get this at any of your DIY craft stores or supermarkets. I got mine from Daiso. It's only $2. If you have leftover biscuit tins or cookie jars, just wash them out thoroughly, leave them to dry, and you're good to go. And I got glow-in-the-dark face paint because I just really could not find glow-in-the-dark acrylic paint anywhere here in Singapore. If any of you know where to get those, do let me know in the comment boxes below. But yeah, for now I'm using face paint because even though it doesn't dry permanently, it works, and I'm not going to remove the lid anyway, so it's fine. It's not going to be exposed to water inside. And then I'm going to use Q-tips to apply the paint inside the jar instead of paintbrushes. Why? Because Q-tips are round-tipped and it's a lot easier to apply the paint with a round-tipped brush instead, a round-tipped applicator instead of a flat-tipped brush. So any round-tipped brush or Q-tip works fine. So I'm just going to squeeze out some of the glow-in-the-dark paint on a piece of recycled magazine paper here, and I'm just going to take a Q-tip and dip it into the paint like so, and just make sure it's completely covered in paint. And then I'm going to dot the inside like that, and the smaller dots you create, the nicer and more fairy looking your jar will look in the end. So I'm just going to do this throughout the inside of the glass, and I'll show you how it looks like at the end. So if possible, you want to make sure they look as random as possible in terms of size and spacing as well. As you can see what I'm doing here, some are bigger than others and they are all randomly spaced around, and it looks like a diseased jar right now, but I can guarantee you it is gonna look really beautiful after it has absorbed the light. So once you are done with the entire jar painted on the inside, it should look something like this. And I just swirl my cotton bud at the bottom to just give some sort of a whirlwind effect, like a universe black hole kind of effect. So yep, the next step is to leave the paint to dry. It won't dry permanently, so remember that this is not waterproof paint unless you get glow-in-the-dark acrylic paint. And I like to hasten up the process by putting this directly at a light bulb to absorb as much light as possible, and then I'm going to show you how it looks like when my lights are off. So this is my jar. I'm just putting this to my light bulb, and I'm letting this absorb as much light as it possibly can, as you can see here. So this really helps to hasten up the process of it absorbing all the light so that I can show you faster how it looks like in the nighttime. And I'm just going to seal this up. And I'm going to turn off the lights.